Well, first of all, I've got my seniors in here, and it's just unbelievable, to think that small town Mount Airy can be back here a second time, much less win back-to-back state championships. So right now, I want these girls to enjoy the moment, what they've worked so hard for, and just enjoy it. It's great.
Same story, different year, it felt like. I mean, it was almost a repeat of what happened last year.
Yeah, we tried very hard, leading up to this throughout the playoffs to look one game at a time. Everybody was talking about it from the start, but I think these girls did a great job, these girls and the rest of our team, of just taking it one game at a time, and we didn't look too far ahead. And even coming into this game, we wanted to feel like, that we weren't playing the same team we played last year, because they're not. And so we want to make sure that we were prepared. It took us a little bit of time maybe to adjust to their size. It's a little bit different strength for them this year, and I thought once we did and we were able to speed up the game a little bit, then we were good.
Coach, you were saying it's a different team this year, but did you really think today would be closer than last year? I mean, before the game started.
Well, I don't know. I mean, anything can happen in a state championship game. So, it's they didn't get here for no reason. So, whether I expected that or not, I don't know. I knew that we were game planning to stop 14, and we knew about their size, and that we had to get on the boards. And we got out rebounded the first half, so that was one of the things we talked about at halftime, is making sure we stepped up. And I thought we did a much better job in the second half of taking care of that. So, I want to say we approached it just like any other game. And, these girls, they prepared well. They worked hard leading up to this game. And I think we were, definitely prepared to be here today.
2 years as a coach, 2 championships. Is it all gravy now for you?
I kept saying this year I was going to enjoy this week a little more, but it's hard to do. It's a lot of hard work. But these girls make it easy. These girls and the rest of the team, they make it easy. They work hard day in and day out, and couldn't ask for a better group to coach. They make me look good.
Coach, you got all seniors here. What are the biggest improvement individual-wise that you've seen for each one of them this past season?
I think we've become smarter. I think that was one of our challenges from last year is, we like that up and down style. We like, run and gun, as people say. And I thought our half, defensively, I think we've been good, and we actually improved that, I thought, some this year as well, just defensive toughness. But offensively, I thought we've become a much better team. And, if teams want to slow it down, which they do in that half-court set sometimes, we've got to be able to execute. It's not always going to be steals and layups. So we've got to, learn how to execute in the half-court set. And I thought we were much smarter at that this season.
Coach, this is 13 straight years for the conference to win. What's it going to take to change things? Because it seems like the gap's getting bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've definitely had some tough opponents within our conference that prepares us well for the playoff run, and it's just the Piedmont Triad for basketball, women's and men's. A lot of travel teams and a lot of time and work put in, and I think that really is what pays off in the end. So I look for our conference to continue to be strong going forward.
Yeah, Coach, something you and I talked about earlier this week, you had all 5 starters back. It's like everybody back home expected you to do this, really unfair, unrealistic expectations. But how does it feel to have met that and to have won by even more in the final?
Oh, it feels great. I don't know any other way to explain it, but we know we're blessed to be here. We've talked about it some this week that they can say what they want, but you have a starter get hurt, get the flu at the wrong time. There's all kinds of things that can happen, and we know the good Lord's blessed us to get us here, and got great community support, and it feels great to be here and to be able to accomplish that 2 years in a row. And that's one thing we talked about this week is trying to, hey, yeah, we've been here before. Maybe you don't have the nerves or the excitement maybe that you did last year, but to win it back to back is pretty doggone special. I mean, we wanted to appreciate it and and honor the moment and take advantage of our opportunity, and then these ladies did that.
Joe, you've been a part of this conference for a long time. How does this conference prepare you for games like this?
Our conference?
Yeah. How does it prepare you for state championships? Because you're probably in the best 1A conference in the state, easily.
I'm not sure about our conference. I just think it's really the practices, that prepares for this kind of stuff because I don't know how to explain it, but I don't really it's just the practices. Because she always works as hard and kills us. So.
I don't.
What's the best part of practice?
Free throws, because we get to take a break and then we go to the locker room.
Coach, you guys, obviously, you mentioned their size, but it was y'all speed and spacing kind of beat out one out against their size. The spacing and having 4 girls on the court at all times, pretty much at least 4 girls that can shoot from outside. How big is that in what y'all do?
Well, it's definitely a big part of who we are. That's another kind of thing that has evolved since last season is, we like the 3 ball. I mean, we shoot it, but we talked about how there's a time and a place. Early on, you got that fast pace, and that 3 ball's falling. That's great, but we've also had some games this season where the 3 ball wasn't falling, and we've had to, again, look to score in other ways, and that's one of the things that I think has made this team better this year.
Joe, how'd you get out to your hot start? You had 16 in the first quarter. What was
Really?
Yeah, what was working so early for you?
I don't know. I was just going with the flow of it. Just told myself before the game, it was my very last game playing with all these girls, so I just had to go all out.
You and I talked on Thursday about the bond between these 5. Talk about that a little bit. They've been together a long time.
And I'm trying to keep it together. I've done great all week, but these girls look at me, and I've just coached them since they were little, along with several of them that's in the locker room, and it's emotional, but I know that makes a difference. I mean, these girls love each other. They play for each other. They're selfless. They're mentally tough, and they have faith in each other. They know that they don't have to do it all by themselves because they got each other's backs. And like I said, it's a special group for more reasons than one.
Madeline, what is this like to celebrate these last 2 years with your mom?
It's pretty special. I mean, it's special to win a state championship, but it's even more special to do it with my mom.
What about you, Coach? To celebrate with her?
It's great. It's great. She works hard, does everything I ask her to do, and I'm just so proud of her and the rest of these girls and the girls that are in the locker room waiting on us. Could not be more proud of this group than I am today.
Joe, what's it like to end your senior season with another championship along with an MVP?
That's the best way to end it, I think. The best way. I don't think it could get any better.
What are you doing next year for school?
Gonna try to play college basketball, but I don't know where
You don't know
yet.
where yet, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thanks, Coach.